University Apartments is making changes to its pet policy. The full details just ahead.
A local child care center is launching a new initiative to make high-level care more affordable. Tonight, find out what steps are being taken to make that happen.
We have sunshine on the way tomorrow, but big changes are in the forecast in the form of rain. I'll have all those details coming up in my forecast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Zoe DeWiggins.
And I'm Katie McDonald.
Our top story tonight, we're learning more as Ball State students may not have to leave their pets behind when they choose to move off campus.
NewsLink Indiana's Camille Breck shows us the new decision by University Apartments, which will make animal lovers happy.
Living without your furry friend used to be the norm at University Apartments.
Now that I have him, I don't want to live without him.
But now students like Tyne Mather can live with their pets.
We decided that it seemed like there was a demand for it, there wasn't going to be a huge cost, and other area apartments were offering that, so it seemed like it was advantageous for us to do the same thing.
Chris Wilkie, who works in residence life, hopes the new policy will make the transition from dorms to off-campus living easier.
You get to move in kind of that first independence moment when you come into the halls, and then that next step's kind of being on your own, and we think that some people like to do that with the companionship of a pet.
Mather would consider her and her cat Cheddar a package deal.
It's a comforting type of animal to have, so he's very sweet.
Mather used to live apart from her cat when she lived in residence halls because pets are not allowed. But now that she can have her cat, she's seen benefits to her health.
He's helped a lot, just like with my mental health, because it's just like a distraction and like I get to take care of something else that's not me.
The new pet policy will go into effect starting next school year. In Muncie, Camille Breck, NewsLink, Indiana.
Now, the new pet plan is not free. It will require a deposit fee on top of a monthly fee from residents.
If you'd like to know more about the University Apartments' new pet plan, go to the ballstatedaily.com.
Cardinal Kitchen, a food pantry on Ball State's campus, is starting a food drive to give back to local students. The Computer Technology Student Organization is partnering with Cardinal Kitchen on the project. David Hua, an associate professor of computer technology, believes the food drive will be a big help.
Cardinal Kitchen is a food pantry that is specifically for students at Ball State. Lots of times we do this around the holidays. The purpose of this one is to help provide Cardinal Kitchen with supplies necessary to basically to share with the students here at Ball State.
Cardinal Kitchen is accepting non-perishable food items along with toiletries all week long. If you are looking to donate, bins are located inside the Applied Technology Building and the front entrance of the Whitinger Business Building.
One Muncie organization is focusing on quality childcare and now looking to expand its services to more families. NewsLink Indiana's Marley Thomas shows us how one program could make all the difference for high-quality childcare.
Serving 10 counties, Huffer Child Care Resource and Referral focuses on promoting quality child care. On top of that, it also provides support for families in the community. The organization focuses its efforts on tools for families searching for child care.
It's to help parents make an educated decision on where to send their kids, because they can look at that rating and they can see that a provider has really done a lot to move up to a level 4, for instance.
A level 4 is the highest rated program parents can find. Level 1, the lowest. Research shows Delaware County is among 2 others where infant child care is least affordable. Hart says the county has a variety of high-quality providers, but those may be expensive.
Can be in upwards of between $240, $250, $260 a week for full-time.
As of now, the organization is trying to get businesses involved to sponsor scholarships for high-quality child care programs. Hart says these sponsorships could benefit families in the long run.
So what we're looking at with the CARE initiative is just a partial subsidy for that. So maybe around $125 a week a business could contribute.
Even though the initiative isn't in full swing just yet, Hart says there's a lot of potential to help families in multiple communities. In Muncie, Marley Thomas, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thanks, Marley. Now switching gears to weather. I thought it was spring, but this weather this past weekend seems a little wintry.
Yes, it was snowing this past weekend for some reason out of nowhere, and then it's warm today.
It's all confusing, but hopefully
Yes.
Nathan can tell us more.
Yeah, some crazy weather from this past weekend, but things are calming down a little bit and feeling a lot more like spring as we are seeing some scattered showers out there across this evening. This is in association with a weak cold front that's moving through our area, and it's hard to believe we were so warm outside considering how cold it was when we woke up this morning. Most locations in the 30s right now. 49 degrees in Indianapolis, 51 in Lafayette. Good evening to you in Terre Haute. You're at 49 degrees. 24-hour temp change, we are running about 10 to 15 degrees warmer at this time compared to this time yesterday. So we're going to track these warmer temperatures here over the next few days, as well as time out the rain chances and preview the weekend forecast. I'll have all those details coming up a little bit later in the show.
Thanks, Nathan. A little bit of wiggle room is what the Boys and Girls Club of Muncie needs.
NewsLink Indiana's Annie Keister shows us how the club is competing to win a grant of $25,000.
Improvements. That's what COO Kiana Clemens says they need this grant for.
If we don't raise the $6,000, whatever monies that we raise will go towards our Minds in Motion room. That's the room I'm sitting in right now. Times are changing, so we need to kind of upgrade our room a little bit.
Clemens says what the community needs to do now is give, give, give.
They deserve to come to somewhere where they can learn, they can have fun, they can play, and all while having positive adults in their lives to help them to grow into successful people.
And that's exactly what this building is to children in the Muncie community. 10-year-old Amaya Ombry, Kid of the Year for the club, says that aside from the basketball games and food, what makes the club is so much more.
I can't explain it, but they're really nice people and they want to help children.
And Clemens says that this grant will allow the club to keep doing what they do.
Have a good time.
In Muncie, Annie Keister, NewsLink, Indiana.
There is a link on the Boys and Girls Clubs of Muncie Facebook page for people to donate.
A new group of state troopers will hit the streets as they were assigned cars this morning. The new officers recently completed a 3-month training period with veteran officers in the field. They also underwent over 900 hours of training, including emergency vehicle operation, psychology, and survival Spanish. The officers will serve a 1-year probationary period before receiving permanent status as troopers. One new recruit from Pendleton, Matthew Dickerson, will be able to start on solo patrol right away. And turning now to national news, police in Los Angeles have arrested a suspect in the shooting death of rapper Nipsey Hussle.
Authorities have identified the gunman as 29-year-old Eric Holder. The rapper died Sunday in a shooting near a clothing store he owned in LA. Police held a press conference today to discuss the investigation, along with LA Mayor Eric Garcetti.
And I would say to anybody out there too, the absolute worst way to pay back Nipsey's loss, somebody we lost to the hands of violence, is with more violence. And we know that there is much more love than hate, much more love than violence out there.
Now, last night, a stampede took place outside the rapper's memorial. At this point, it is not clear what exactly sparked it. Nearly 20 people were injured in the panic and chaos. Rocks and bottles were thrown at officers, injuring one of them.
A new restaurant opening downtown puts a focus on the history of Muncie. Just ahead, how the owner wants to give his restaurant a unique feel.
And while one business is opening, another one will soon be raising its prices. The details after the break.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone? No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back. Just in time for the nice weather, Barking Cow has opened their doors offering ice cream, hot dogs, and Muncie memorabilia.
NewsLink Indiana's Alicia Barnacha reports how the ice cream shop is unique.
Barking Cow owner Scott Mick has had great reviews over his family-friendly restaurant and what some may say is a mini Muncie museum.
People walk in here and they love the decor. Back on the walls, we bring all this Muncie history in. They come in, it's just they love to look at some, what things used to be down here, and then when you're finished eating, you go have some really awesome ice cream. We make a lot of our ice cream, and it's just some of the best stuff I've ever tasted. So it's just a really good experience all the way around.
What they have hanging on the walls is not the only historical content they have, but the building itself is historical.
We exposed the brick on the wall here and found what I think is really, really something special up in the corner. There was an advertisement at one point for the business next door that had to be done back in the 1800s. I've really gotten into these historic buildings and learning as much as I can about the buildings.
With all the history in Barking Cow, they want to make sure history would be made there as well, with families creating unforgettable moments together.
We've got all this history on the walls and just all this memorabilia, and just even in the food where it's stuff that we grew up eating.
In Muncie, Alicia Bernarcha, NewsLink, Indiana.
For more information on the new downtown Barking Cow location, you can head over to the Cow Downtown on Facebook. And you may be paying more for streaming services as Netflix plans to raise rates again. The streaming service will increase plans in the U.S. by $1 to $2 over the next billing cycle. Netflix says the increased revenue will help add more television shows and movies. The company has been investing heavily in original content. It budgeted $8 billion for new shows and movies in 2018.
The Department of Agriculture said today it will no longer use kittens in parasite research. The USDA previously had a research project where kittens were purposely infected with a parasite to test foodborne illnesses. Last year, lawmakers introduced legislation to stop researchers from using kittens. The USDA says it hasn't used kittens for research since September. There are still more than a dozen kittens in the program, but officials say USDA employees will be allowed to adopt them.
New research shows an hour of activity every week may prevent disability. The American Journal of Preventive Medicine published a study that looks at participants with knee osteoarthritis. This initiative found adults who suffer with lower extremity joint symptoms need at least 1 hour of exercise every week. The journal says nearly half of American adults do not exercise enough, and these individuals are at an increased risk of disability because of lower body symptoms. The CDC recommends at least 2.5 hours of moderate exercise per week to reduce pain from arthritis. And I definitely fall into that category of adults who do not exercise enough.
I feel that. I do not exercise. I am nowhere near enough that I should be.
Absolutely, but hopefully it will be nice enough to maybe go for a run outside here soon.
Yes, I'm looking forward to those summer sport activities, getting outside, getting that exercise outdoors. But for the next 8 hours, temperatures are going to drop into the low 40s, even the upper 30s as you wake up tomorrow morning as skies clear. We'll have all the rest of the forecast details here right after the break.
For those who serve today and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end. The Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over.
some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Now, we were discussing earlier, the weather has been very back and forth between spring and winter.
Yes.
You know, it's been snow, but then I didn't have to wear my winter coat today.
No, I didn't. I had to wear a light jacket today.
Yeah, but I had to wear my winter coat in the morning, but not in the afternoon. It's been confusing, but hopefully I'm excited to hear that we've got some warm weather coming up.
Yes, this past weekend was a meteorology student's dream. We absolutely loved the snow. We had some thunder snow even, absolutely loved it. But now we're transitioning here into spring, and certainly some warmer temperatures are going to be a much relief outside as we work throughout the next couple of days. Tracking this little cold front moving through the region right now, but as we wind out across the whole region, looking up north toward portions of Wisconsin and Minnesota, that's the cold front that's going to impact our weather as we move toward the day on Thursday. Looking outside right now, 53 degrees, west-southwest wind at 8 miles an hour. Looking at the current temperatures across the region, 49 degrees there in the Circle City, 50 degrees up in Kokomo, and 51 degrees. Good evening to you in Lafayette. And temperatures are still running quite warm compared to this time yesterday, 10 to 15 degrees warmer than this time yesterday across much of the area. And we're going to time out this cold front that's moving through the area. This is 11 p.m. Could see an isolated shower. Most areas are going to stay dry, and we are going to see clearing skies as we work into the early part of the morning hours before some rain starts to move in and clouds increase as we work throughout later parts of the day on Wednesday. As we head into the day on Thursday, rain is going to become likely throughout the day, especially as we get toward later in the day there on Thursday night. Rain chances for the next 5 days. Your best chance for rain is going to be Thursday with a 60% chance of rain, 20% chance there Friday for a light shower early on today. Our next best chance doesn't look to arrive there until Sunday. For the rest of your night tonight, 50 degrees by 9 p.m., 43 degrees by 11 p.m., and 39 degrees by 1 a.m. as those skies clear overnight. Temperatures are going to drop off tonight into the 30s for much of the region, but tomorrow we rebound quite nicely all the way up into the 60s, 63 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Again, we are looking at the increasing cloud cover, and then rain chances increase as we work throughout the night. Tomorrow night, scattered showers, 43 degrees, east wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now check out the 5-day temperature trend here. Notice that cold temperatures are on Thursday, but look at this nice warming trend as we head toward the weekend. 70-degree temperatures, that's well above our average high of 59 degrees. So certainly looking forward to this change in temperatures and feeling a lot more like spring as we work our way toward the weekend. For your 7-day forecast, again, cold temperatures there Thursday, 60% chance of rain showers. Friday, we hang on to that rain chance in the morning at 62 degrees. But again, check out this warmth as we head to the early part of the weekend. 71 degrees there on Saturday, 74 degrees Sunday, 40% chance of some thunderstorms there, and that thunderstorm chance continues into the early part on Monday, 67 degrees. Tuesday, 61 degrees when we dry out throughout the day. So quite the forecast here, and if you're looking forward to more spring weather, well, this is the forecast for you.
Well, thank you, Nathan. I'm excited to hear about some warm weather, especially this weekend, and it seems like a great weekend for some Ball State baseball. What do you got for us, Blake?
Well, absolutely. Coming up in sports, we'll have the story of an unknown Muncie baseball team, and we'll have the story on some Ball State baseball as they're on a 9-game winning streak. Stay tuned.
Isn't this perfect?
It was my pleasure. May I?
Adam, I can't thank you enough for saving me from that sweepstakes scam. I could have lost everything.
It was a classic cat and mouse game. Remember, you never have to pay to play.
You're my hero.
Oh.
After all these years. What's the matter, Adam? Cat got your tongue?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Blake Dahlier with sports. As tradition, the Cincinnati Reds had the first pitch of the 2019 MLB season last Thursday, but another Reds opening day marks another year that their Muncie minor league Reds team has been left behind. NewsLink Indiana's Ben Shuren has the story.
Baseball season is underway, but McCulloch Park is still empty. That's because it's been nearly 60 years since the Muncie Reds left town, but for local baseball fans, the memories have never faded.
They were here 47, 48 through 50, and in the Indiana-Ohio League, and they played their games at McCulloch Park, and I remember Wally Post played here, Joe Nuxhall played here, two big-time big leaguers.
No one was a bigger Muncie Reds fan than Jerry Quirk. Quirk says that he would go to every game when his dad let him.
I'd lived at the ballpark because I only lived 8 or 9 blocks from McCulloch Park, and I'd go over there at night and go underneath the fence so I didn't have to pay. A lot of good times, a lot of good friends out there. And you saw the same people every night, seemed like. They sitting in the same seats.
The Reds never won a championship in Muncie, but had some pretty unusual tall tales. Former Cincinnati Reds pitcher Joe Nuxhall threw a ball into the White River, and Olympian sprinter Jesse Owens raced a horse around the diamond behind me.
Seen him one time, he threw the ball over the stadium, over the backstop. He's that wild. Jesse Owens came to the McCulloch Park one night, and he raced a horse around the diamond. It was that's kind of neat. I can't remember who won the horse, but he'd just come back to the Olympics.
The field still has its original dimensions and is in use today. Muncie Burris High School and the Babe Ruth League have played on the historic diamond recently. In Muncie, I'm Ben Shuren, NewsLink Indiana.
Mayor Dennis Tyler started an economic survey to bring back minor league baseball to Muncie in 2017, but no further announcements have been made. As the conversation about baseball heats up, Ball State baseball has been firing on all cylinders. The Cardinals have won 9 straight, including this bases-loaded walk-off hit by pitch. Ross Messina wore it so his team could win it as they went on to defeat Kent State. This hot streak put Ball State in the national rankings, coming in at 28th according to the Collegiate Baseball newspaper. As they look to climb the leaderboard, the Cardinals are looking to make their first NCAA tournament appearance since 2006. And Ball State will play host to Indiana State rival Manchester tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 at First Merchants Ballpark. A former Ball State men's basketball coach has been selected to the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame. The late Rick Majurius led Ball State to its winningest season in program history in 1988. The Cardinals would go on to make the NCAA tournament that year and won the first game. Majurius passed away at the age of 64 in 2012. Now, what a great success story for Coach Rick Majuris and the Ball State baseball team, reaching the national rankings at 28th, looking to climb the ladder as they, maybe make a pursuit to that tournament. And wouldn't it be something to see Ball State make the College Baseball World Series, hypothetically?
It's
Absolutely.
crazy that the 9 wins in a row, that's incredible.
9 wins in a row and against some good power teams like Purdue.
Yeah,
I'm always excited to hear about Ball State sports teams doing well, and that's also incredible that a former men's basketball coach is getting inducted into a Hall of Fame. That can't happen very often.
Lots of history going on in sports.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Blake. And coming up, find out what social media platform the royal family is joining.
And what upcoming Marvel movie is already breaking records before it has even hit theaters. Up next on Trending.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. When I think of kids going to school hungry, hunger, homelessness, in this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at what's trending.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Katie McLaughlin. What do you have for us?
Yes, guys. So today, the world welcomed back Meghan Markle to the gram. The Dutch and Duchess of Sussex created their joint Instagram account today. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made their debut with a welcome post. The couple writes, "Welcome to our official Instagram. We look forward to sharing the work that drives us, the causes we support, important announcements, and the opportunity to shine a light on key issues. And I think it is safe to say that we are all very excited to see what this amazing family posts, especially with a new royal baby on the way." And the new royal family Instagram account was not the only thing that had the internet freaking out. Today, Marvel announced that pre-sale tickets were available and released a new special look video to get the fans hyped up. Endgame broke pre-sale records and already tripled Infinity War pre-sale ticket sales. Although many people have already secured their seats for the upcoming movie, a lot of fans were not able to due to sites like Fandango crashing from such high levels of traffic. Take a look at a clip from the trailer that has put movie lovers into a frenzy.
Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Well, thank you so much, Katie. I know we are certainly excited about that. And now let's take a final look at weather.
Wow, the drama, that's awesome. But taking a look at our 7-day outlook, again, warm temperatures, again, expected this weekend. But first we have to get through some rain chances there on Thursday and some cooler temperatures. Warming up to the 70s here over the weekend with thunderstorm chances Sunday and Monday, and then dropping back into the 60s by early next week.
Thank you so much, Nathan. We're excited for that warm weather. And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to theballstatedaily.com. Have a good night.